Have you noticed that climbing stairs feels harder than it used to? That lifting groceries, opening jars, or even standing up from a chair takes just a little more effort? What if I told you this has nothing to do with being lazy and everything to do with something almost no one is talking about? Age-related muscle loss? Now here's the shocking part. Starting as early as age 30, your body naturally begins losing muscle. But after age 50, that loss speeds up dramatically. Whether you're active or not, by the time you're 70, you could have lost up to 30 to 50% of your muscle mass. And most people don't even realize it's happening until it starts interfering with their life. So here's the real question. If muscle loss is natural, is there anything you can do to stop it? The answer is yes. And that's what this video is all about. This isn't just about looking toned or lifting weights. It's about maintaining your independence, your ability to walk safely, to stand tall, to pick up your grandkids, to live without fear of falling or becoming fragile. Over the next few minutes, you're going to learn why muscle loss speeds up after 50, the sneaky factors that make it worse, even for active adults, and most importantly, what you can do starting today to slow it down or even reverse it. And don't worry, you don't need a gym membership, fancy equipment, or to spend hours exercising. Everything we'll talk about is senior-friendly, research-backed, and doable right at home. Here's a quick preview. There's a hormone that drops dramatically after midlife, and it directly affects your ability to maintain muscle. There's also a hidden connection between poor sleep and muscle breakdown that might surprise you. And there's one small movement pattern, often overlooked, that determines whether you build muscle or lose it faster. But before we go further, I want to be clear about one thing. This isn't about reversing aging. It's about aging smarter, about using the science we now have to protect your strength, your confidence, and your freedom. So if you're over 50 and you've ever felt weaker, slower, or more tired than you used to, don't ignore it. There's a reason. And more importantly, there's a solution. Let's begin by understanding what muscle really is, why it's so essential to your health, and what starts to happen to it after 50. You might be surprised to learn that your muscles don't just help you move, they help you stay alive. When you hear the word muscle, what do you think of? Bulging biceps? Athletes? Gyms? For most of us, muscle has always been associated with strength or appearance. But what if I told you that muscle is far more than just tissue for lifting weights? In fact, muscle is one of the most important organs in your entire body. Yes, organ. Just like your heart or liver, your muscles have jobs that go way beyond movement. And once you understand what they actually do, you'll understand why losing them after 50 is so dangerous. Let's start with this. Your muscle mass acts like a metabolic engine. The more muscle you have, the more efficiently your body burns calories, even when you're sleeping. That means your muscle plays a huge role in managing your weight and blood sugar. Next, your muscles protect your balance and posture. When your leg, hip, and core muscles weaken, it becomes harder to stand, walk, or stay upright. That's why muscle loss is directly linked to falls in older adults, one of the biggest causes of injury and hospitalization after age 65. But that's not all. Muscle also stores glucose and supports your immune system. When you get sick or injured, your body draws on muscle to recover. If you don't have enough, recovery takes longer or doesn't happen at all. And here's the part that surprises most people. Muscle directly affects your brain health. Yes, really. When you move your muscles, they release tiny molecules called myokines. These are like messengers that travel to your brain and help protect it from memory loss, brain fog, and even depression. Researchers are now calling skeletal muscle an endocrine organ because of how it communicates with your entire system. So when you start losing muscle, it's not just your strength that declines. It's your metabolism, your balance, your immunity, your brain function, and even your emotional health. That's why experts now say muscle is medicine. And that brings us to the big issue. What starts to go wrong after 50? Here's a clue. Your body runs on a delicate balance of hormones, movement, and recovery. But after 50, things start to shift. Your hormone levels drop, your daily movement usually decreases, and your body becomes less efficient at repairing and rebuilding muscle after it breaks down. That's when a condition called sarcopenia begins. Sarcopenia means poverty of flesh, and it's the medical term for age-related muscle loss. And it's more common than you think. By age 60, 1 in 3 adults already show signs of it. By age 70, over half do. But don't panic, because now that you understand what muscle really does, you're ready to learn why it disappears faster after 50 and what you can do to stop it in its tracks. In the next section, we'll look at the science behind why aging speeds up muscle loss and how your body changes without you even realizing it. So now we understand that muscle isn't just for movement, it's essential for your brain, metabolism, immune system, and even emotional health. But here's the question: why does muscle loss accelerate after age 50? To answer that, we need to look at what's happening under the surface of your body. First, the aging process naturally causes a decline in something called anabolic hormones, mainly testosterone, estrogen, human growth hormone, and insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1. These hormones are responsible for building and maintaining muscle tissue. Before 50, your body produces these hormones in higher amounts. But after 50, production drops sharply, and that means your body simply doesn't rebuild muscle the way it used to. You might do the same amount of activity, but your muscles don't respond as strongly. It's like giving them a weaker fuel source. But that's not all. There's another critical factor: inflammation. As you age, your body enters a low-grade, chronic state of inflammation, often called inflammaging. This inflammation slowly damages tissues, including muscle. It interferes with your body's ability to repair muscle fibers, making it easier to lose strength and harder to gain it back. Then there's physical activity, or more accurately, the lack of it. After 50, many adults naturally move less. We retire. We spend more time sitting. We avoid certain exercises due to joint pain or fear of injury. This reduced movement means your muscles aren't being stimulated regularly, and if muscles don't get used, the body assumes they're no longer needed. So it breaks them down. Think about that. The less you move, the more muscle you lose. The more muscle you lose, the harder it is to move. It becomes a vicious cycle, and then we add in nutrition. Older adults often eat less protein than they need, and even when they do eat enough, their bodies don't absorb it as efficiently. This condition, known as anabolic resistance, means your muscles require more protein and more stimulation to grow compared to when you were younger. So let's recap. Hormones drop, inflammation rises, movement decreases, protein absorption weakens. All of these create the perfect storm for muscle loss after 50. And if that weren't enough, throw in poor sleep, stress, and chronic illness, and you've got even more barriers standing between you and strong, functional muscles. But don't let this overwhelm you, because in the next section, we're going to flip the script. You'll learn exactly what you can do today to fight back, not with intense workouts or expensive supplements, but with simple, science-backed actions that you can do right at home. Yes, muscle loss speeds up after 50, but now you know why. And knowledge is the first step toward power. Next, we'll show you how to stop it. Here's the scary part about muscle loss. Most people don't notice it until it's already causing damage. You won't always feel it happening. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't show up on a bathroom scale. You may even think your weight is normal and assume everything's fine. But under the surface, your muscles could be shrinking, silently stealing your strength, balance, and independence. So how can you tell if it's happening to you? Let's look at 5 warning signs that you're losing muscle, even if you think you're healthy. 1. Daily tasks feel heavier or slower. Have you noticed it takes more effort to carry groceries, climb stairs, get out of a car? That's not just aging. It's a loss of strength. These everyday movements rely on your leg, core, and arm muscles. If they're weakening, the smallest tasks feel harder, even if your energy levels seem normal. 2. You've lost weight, but not on purpose. Losing a few pounds after age 50 might seem like a good thing, unless it's coming from muscle. Many older adults lose weight without realizing it's their muscle mass that's vanishing. If your pants fit looser, but your arms or legs feel weaker, it could be a red flag. 3. Poor posture and balance. Do you feel like you're slouching more or catching yourself before you fall? Muscle loss in your back, hips, and legs affects your ability to stand tall and maintain stability. This is why falls are such a big risk for older adults. It's not just weak bones, it's weak muscles too. 4. You're tired. More often, even after rest. When your muscles shrink, your body has to work harder to do simple things. That means you burn more energy doing less. If you feel like you ran out of gas by mid-afternoon, despite a full night's sleep, it could be from reduced muscle endurance. 5. Slow recovery from illness or injury. Have you noticed it takes longer to bounce back from colds, flu, or even minor injuries? Your muscles play a major role in the recovery process. If your immune system is always low, it could be because your muscle stores are too small to support proper healing. Here's the good news. Every single one of these warning signs can be reversed. But first, you need to pay attention. Don't chalk it up to just getting older. That mindset leads to inaction, and inaction leads to more muscle loss. Your body's giving you signals. Now you know how to read them. So what's next? In the next chunk, I'll show you the 5 most powerful things you can do to stop muscle loss today. No gym, no pain, no stress. Just smart, senior-friendly strategies backed by real science. You've seen the warning signs. Now let's talk solutions. Now that you know the warning signs of muscle loss and why it accelerates after 50, you're probably wondering, can I actually reverse this? Or is it too late? Here's the truth. It's never too late. Research shows that even people in their 70s, 80s, and 90s can rebuild lost muscle with the right actions. You don't need a gym. You don't need to lift heavy weights. You don't even need to break a sweat. What you need is consistency and a plan that respects how the aging body works. Here are 5 simple, science-backed strategies that you can start today to stop muscle loss and even reverse it. 1. Do resistance-based movement. Even body weight counts. Your muscles respond to one thing above all else: resistance. That doesn't mean lifting heavy dumbbells. It means using your own body to challenge your muscles, even a little. Try chair squats, wall push-ups, or standing calf raises. Start with 5 minutes a day. Even that is enough to activate the muscle-preserving signal in your body. 2. Prioritize protein with every meal. As you age, your muscles need more protein to grow than they did when you were younger. Most experts recommend 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. Include sources like eggs, yogurt, beans, fish, or lean meats in every meal. And don't forget, timing matters too. Aim to eat protein within 1 to 2 hours after physical activity. 3. Walk daily but with purpose. Walking may not build muscle like resistance exercises, but it helps maintain it and improves circulation, joint health, and balance. Add a little challenge. Walk uphill, carry light groceries, or use trekking poles. The key is to stay intentionally active, not just passively moving around the house. 4. Get quality sleep. Muscle repairs at night. Most muscle repair happens while you're asleep. If you're not getting deep, uninterrupted rest, your body doesn't have time to rebuild. Create a calming sleep routine. Avoid screens before bed, keep the room cool and dark, and limit caffeine after noon. Even improving your sleep by just 1 hour per night can make a huge difference in recovery. 5. Reduce stress and inflammation. Chronic stress increases cortisol, a hormone that breaks down muscle tissue. Gentle breathing, meditation, or even sitting outside in sunlight can reduce stress hormones and support your body's ability to hold on to strength. These are small shifts, but when done consistently, they create major change. You don't need to train like you're 20. You need to train smart for your age and fuel your body in ways that support growth, not breakdown. In the next part of this video, we'll show you what a perfect day of muscle-preserving habits looks like, step by step, morning to night. If you've ever said, just tell me what to do, this next part is for you. If you've ever wished someone would just lay it all out, what to eat, when to move, how to support your muscles without guessing, this is the part you've been waiting for. Let's walk through what a muscle-preserving day could look like for someone over 50. Not extreme, Not overwhelming, just smart, sustainable, and effective. Morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Activate your body gently. Start your day with a glass of water. Hydration helps with muscle recovery. Then do 5 to 10 minutes of gentle movement. Chair squats, arm circles, toe raises, or wall push-ups. This wakes up your nervous system and sends a signal to your body. Muscles are in use. Don't break them down. Bonus tip. After your movement, eat a protein-rich breakfast. Scrambled eggs, Greek yogurt, or a smoothie with protein powder can all work. This stops overnight muscle breakdown and starts the rebuilding process. Midday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Feed your strength. Lunchtime is a great time to prioritize muscle-friendly foods. Think grilled chicken or fish, quinoa, lentils or beans, steamed vegetables cooked in olive oil. Your body needs more amino acids than it used to, so aim for at least 25 to 30 grams of protein in this meal. And don't sit too long afterward. Just a short 10-minute walk after lunch can improve blood flow, reduce blood sugar spikes, and keep muscles engaged. Afternoon, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Gentle recharging. This is when energy tends to dip, but it's the perfect window for light resistance work. Try using resistance bands or light weights, or just body weight. Focus on slow, controlled movements, seated leg extensions, shoulder presses with water bottles, standing balance holds. Remember, it's not about intensity, it's about consistency and control. Evening, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Recovery mode. Dinner should include a balance of lean protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Think grilled salmon with sweet potatoes and sautéed greens. This helps repair muscle overnight and keeps your blood sugar stable. Before bed, do a few gentle stretches. This prevents stiffness and improves sleep quality. Finally, wind down without screens. Sleep is your recovery zone, where hormones like growth hormone do their best work. Key habits throughout the day. Drink plenty of water. Muscles are 75% water. Avoid sitting for more than 45 minutes at a time. Get at least 7 hours of restful sleep. Manage stress. Your muscle health depends on it. You don't need perfection. You need daily intention. Following a structure like this, even 70% of the time, can significantly slow or reverse muscle loss. Now that you know the routine, let's close with a message you won't want to miss. Because the truth is, your strength is about so much more than your body. Let's step back for a moment. This video wasn't just about muscle loss. It wasn't just about aging, or exercises, or nutrition. It was about your strength. Not just the strength to lift, to walk, or to climb stairs, but the strength to keep going, to care for yourself, to live on your own terms. Because here's the truth no one tells you. Losing muscle isn't just a physical issue, it's an emotional one. It chips away at your independence, at your confidence, at your sense of identity. That's why this matters. Every pound of muscle you preserve or rebuild after 50 gives you more than just strength. It gives you freedom. Freedom to travel, to play with your grandkids, to stay in your home, to make your own choices. And the best part? You can start today, no matter how long it's been. No matter how out of shape you feel, no matter your age, background, or limitations. You don't have to overhaul your life. You don't need to become a fitness fanatic. You just need to begin with what you can do, where you are, right now. A few minutes of movement, a little more protein on your plate, an extra hour of quality sleep. These small actions are the building blocks of lasting strength. And here's the secret most people miss. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence builds consistency. And consistency changes everything. So instead of asking yourself, can I really reverse this? Start asking, what can I do today that my future self will thank me for? Because it's not too late, not even close. You've made it this far in life. Through challenges, setbacks, and seasons of change, that resilience still lives inside you. And now it's time to direct that resilience toward your own body, toward your own strength. So here's your mission. Do one thing from this video today, just one. Commit to doing it again tomorrow. And keep showing up, one small win at a time. You're not just surviving age. You're rewriting what it means to grow older, with purpose, with pride, and with power. If this video helped you, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment with the habit you're starting. Share this with a friend or loved one who needs it too, because strength is contagious, and so is hope. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel steady. You deserve to feel alive. And now you know exactly how to start.